Miss Know It All, you find the man. You got no chill, you can't. Damn, baby.
Bam! Welcome back to the Boy Time channel. Today, SOS Deluxe, LANA by SZA. Newish release. I knew she was going to do this to us. She did with SOS. She did with this, which is also kind of SOS still. We'll get into that right at the end of the year. So here we are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she dropped it on December 20th. So just over a week and a half left. So it's not going to make our lists. I don't even know if it's eligible to make either of our lists.
No idea.
If we did record this before the video, I would say it would not be eligible.
Yeah, I know some people had SOS on their lists 2 years because it was like end of last in 2023. And then it was also like, it's kind of a 2024 album because it came out so late. And then this is the same thing.
Are they dumb or something? Like, why would they have that on their list for this year? Was there not enough stuff that came out? Or they're like, I need to add some filler.
I've seen SOS on things this year.
Oh,
yeah. So this is the B-side deluxe of SOS.
okay.
Everything seems completely detached to the original SOS, including the cover being absolutely completely different with no ties to the original album at all.
Yes.
And essentially, we should probably just treat this as a new album, but it is officially a deluxe. I think they're doing that just to have SOS be on the charts more and get more sales, yada yada, Taylor Swift, whatever.
Yeah.
But we got a Kendrick Lamar feature on here. I don't know if there's any other ones. I don't see any other ones, but there might be.
Probably not.
So
I don't know. I will say, I know we already started this video kind of being like, why does this exist? But I am very excited for this because the Control Deluxe is absolutely phenomenal. I think 2 a.m. and Josie off of that Deluxe are like two of my favorite SZA songs.
okay.
So she doesn't really hold back on the Deluxe. So I'm hoping that it's going to be all good stuff.
Real. I think we can just jump in though. The first track is No More Hiding.
Okay.
No more hiding. I wanna feel sun on my skin. Even if it burns or it blinds me, I wanna be purified within. Hiding for real, lost in the real. Hiding for real, chasing the real. Anything real. Don't gotta say it 'cause I already know. Don't gotta say it 'cause I already know. Everything I love, I gotta let go. Gotta break it if you want it to grow. Hiding for real, passion for real, risky for real, anything real. Don't gotta say it 'cause I already know. Don't gotta say it 'cause I already know. Everything I love, I gotta let go. Gotta break it if you want it to grow. Had to bury everything twice over.
No More Hiding.
That was a pretty good intro, I think. Yeah, again, I have no idea what to expect here. It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For me, I don't know if maybe you noticed it too. The mixing on that was a little
Yes,
weird.
I was going to talk about that.
And if I notice it, then you know it's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is she so buried?
Yeah.
I felt like the weirdo synth was like really loud, and then like guitar and her were really quiet. I'm like, it's a little bit weird. Also, I don't think that was a particularly like really strong vocal performance from her. Not saying that it was bad or anything, but this is SZA we're talking about here, who I consider to be one of the best vocalists out there right now. So I was just like, oh, okay, that one was kind of fine, weird, and okay.
Yeah. Correction, SOS came out end of 2022, so that's why it was the 2-year gap.
Gotcha.
It feels more recent than end of 2022, but
It does.
I also haven't listened to that album in a while, so I'm not sure if there's going to be any connections sound-wise when it comes to these two. It doesn't sound like it so far.
No.
I do like the instrumental. It feels kind of like video gamey synthy, which is really cool. Gives me kind of like these kind of chill, kind of 3D platformer feel, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mix overall just feels kind of flat. And I know the one thing I kind of picked up when this thing came out was that people were like, the mixing is really weird on this album. I feel like I think she posted that like the mixing is updated, or there's something where there are updated mixes. If this is the updated mix, I still don't like it. I think it's like muting her voice in a weird way. It's just like dampening it. Like I think she still needs to
Yeah.
be the star of the show, because like when you really get it right, like she has kind of like shimmering, just like fantastic voice, which
Hmm.
if you want it to be more of an instrumental focus, that's fine. But everything right now just kind of feels flat, and it feels off.
Yeah.
But I do like the sound of it. I thought it was quite calming, peaceful.
Not what I was expecting from SZA.
No, but we'll take it. She's in an alien costume in a field. So
That's true.
I don't
I
know.
think it's supposed to be an ant.
Oh, ant, yes. Ants can kind
Yes.
of look like aliens at times.
That's true.
So
That is that's true.
the alien of the bug kingdom. Although a lot of bugs are aliens. Anyways, what do I do? Track 2.
I don't know.
Last night you called on accident. Heard you fucking on the other end. It's too late. Never be the same again. Too late. You called on accident. Heard you fucking on the other end. It's too late. Never be the same again. Too late. Never be the same. But she with you right now. She with you right now. What do I do? She with you right now. I know she with you right now. Never be the same. But she with you right now. She with you right now. What do I do? She with you right now. I know she with you right now. What do I do?
What do I do?
I don't know. I guess fix the mix, I guess is what
Yeah.
I would recommend to SZA. Geez, I was really hoping for that not to be a running trend, but yeah, still. I feel like everything else was balanced right except for the main vocals on that one, which honestly should be the thing that you should
It's her
not
selling
screw up.
point. Yes.
Yes, the melody of the song should be the focus, not the big loud beat. Um, yeah, I will say I think that song. I mean, it sounds a lot like an SOS song, like Far or something.
Yeah.
But the mix on it sounds like Z, which is their album that came out before Control, that I don't think anyone likes. And I've tried to get into it a couple times, but for some reason on that album, she's like barely singing on it. It's like, and then she's like buried in the mix, and it's like, why would you do that? So I don't know. I guess she's getting back to her roots of not being able to mix songs correctly. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. That one was just okay, I think.
Yeah, SOS was the underwater album, so I don't know why the song that sounds like it was made underwater is on the deluxe of it.
Yeah.
But I do like the melody quite a bit. I think the chorus is really catchy, and I do like the progression of the track. But yeah, it is. Everything sounds muffled and underwater, and just like you can do that. I think there's like kind of a bedroom kind of mix that feels kind of similar to that for other genres. But like when you have as powerful and good of a voice as SZA, I want that really to be the main highlight, and it needs to be sparkly
Yeah.
and clean and vibrant, and not like kind of buried in between these very loud drums. And I don't know, it all feels very off. It feels like I'm listening to it on like a phone speaker, because everything
Yeah.
is kind of just coming out of the same place, and that feels weird.
And I think that's kind of the point. I think they had like this filter on her voice to make her sound like she's talking
Yeah,
through the phone, but it's like, don't do
I'm
that.
sure it's an artistic choice, because like the mixing on SOS is fine, like it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't know if the lo-fi thing works for SZA. I think when it comes to R&B acts, like if you think of like Brandy and stuff like that, that stuff is almost overproduced, and that's what makes it so good is because everything is like really sparkly and shiny in a standout moment. Here it just kind of like
Oh, yeah.
muffles everything a little bit. So
Yeah, like try to imagine 24 karat magic with like
yeah.
this mixing, and it's like what?
Yeah.
Why
Part of
would
the
you do
get
that?
is how over the top and like just crazy it is. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, weird.
30 for 30 with Kendo Lamar.
Oh, nice.
Haven't heard from him in a while.
Underground artist.
I used to think about immature things.
Some of y'all go get washed, some of y'all just go pop shit, some of y'all just go talk, but none of y'all ain't really got shit, some of y'all just look lost. I get this type of feel you ain't accustomed to. I swear I'll be at peace if it weren't for you.
Yeah, yeah, only want your love if it's solid.
That's the way I like it. I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30.
Chat, should they fold that bitch no yoga mat? Chat, should they dare that nigga don't hit me back? Chat, should I read that nigga no questions asked? Chat, they chatting, they chat. When the sun go down, everything made me feel lonely. Hello, sad thing, but right now it's just a home. Taking it all, it's my second life. That's me, passed out in a nigga backseat. Cashed out on the back sand beach. Already know my body, already know that's me. Bitch shifting, you might get me. All I want to love if it's solid.
Some of y'all go get washed, some of y'all just go pop shit, some of y'all just go talk. Load of Heady 7 guts while you waiting on nuts, tell them I was on PCH. You fucking with niggas that's thinking they cuter than you? Oh, say you on your cycle, but he on this period too? Oh, the tables been turning so much I was thinking it's foosball. The tenderness of them mistaking them for some wagyu. Oh, walk, talk, like Kenny, like Boss Moon. Cause shit we about to go half. Mistakenly nobody been in a bag, but how many bodies done been in her bag? Some of y'all go get washed, some of y'all just go pop shit, some of y'all just go talk, but none of y'all ain't really got shit, some of y'all just look lost. I get this type of feel you ain't accustomed to. I swear I'd be at peace if it wasn't for you.
Should I dare that nigga no strings attached? Chat, should I ran down on you no questions asked? Chat, they chat.
Do I let him bump his gums or getting whacked?
Chat,
Do I take his head off and wear it for fashion?
chat,
Do I do my stuff and take it to the max?
chat, they chat.
30 for 30.
That kind of sucked.
I'm like, why is this boring?
I don't know. Like, man, these two have like absolutely insane chemistry, as proved very recently on GNX. But even before that, on Control,
Yes.
on the Pussy song, it's absolutely great. I love when these two hook up, and man, this is absolutely sucky. The chorus was really bad.
Yeah.
Kendrick sounded like he was asleep or sick. It sounded like he was trying to do one of his famous inflections, but like halfway. And it's kind of like the thing, if you wear black on black, you shouldn't do it because it's like the shades are going to be slightly off. And it's like, well, you can't tell if like you tried to do that or if it was an accident. And it's just like, he was like, is he sick? Like, did he record this while he had COVID or something? Like, why does he sound like that? Because usually I can tell when Kendrick's doing a voice, but I can't really tell here. And like, what's with the chat thing?
Yeah.
Is SZA now a streamer?
I don't know.
Because she was on Kai Cenat's stream.
She was,
and,
I think.
like not long ago. So did she add that in after she was on
Maybe
Kai
that's why.
Cenat's stream?
Maybe that's why the mix sounds like that. Maybe it was literally phoned in 2 days before that. Who knows?
I can't believe that this song is so bad.
Yeah.
This was the one that I had high hopes for, but
Yeah.
nope.
I don't know if it's bad. I think it's just boring, which is weird when you have SZA and Kendrick on a track. So that makes it almost worse than it just being like, no.
Yeah,
I
that's
think there's a
true.
lot of issues going on here. I think there's a lot of smart stuff, so we can talk about that first. I think 30 for 30 freestyle is from a Drake. I don't know if it was on a mixtape or an album,
Oh,
so that's a kind of a play on that. I think the chat thing could be referring to that Drake's being on a lot of like weird live streams to promote Stake and do a whole bunch of weird giveaways with really trashy
oh,
people. So maybe that's a jab at that because I think there are jabs at the end of this song, and I know Drake tried to drag SZA into this beef at some point too. So I think there's a lot of
yes.
like little things there going on, which is smart. I do like the the kind of weird pandering we're doing here still. But I don't know. The beat is too sparse for what they're doing on this song. I think especially there are certain pockets where it feels like nothing is happening because the beat is just so drawn back and Kendrick or SZA's flow is just not doing enough over the top of it to make it feel okay. I don't know. The vocal mix is really weird. It sounds like one of those things where you look up like an unreleased song on YouTube and it's in 720p and you can hear the
Mm,
crackle in the vocal mix. That's what this sounds like. SZA's vocal sounds like it's ripped off of YouTube, which is really, really, really weird. You have a lot of equipment and producers around you. I don't know how this gets put out like this.
yeah.
And if this is a stylistic choice, it's a horrible stylistic choice. Like it does not fit their styles at all.
No.
I think the Kendrick feature is a standard like run of the mill. Here's a Kendrick feature. I don't think there was a lot of thought put into it. I think it was just kind of like there. Which I mean, I don't really have an issue with it. I think he did okay on it. But
It's
given
fine.
given the two songs we just got with SZA and Kendrick off GNX, like the quality difference here is pretty drastic.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder because I think she's done with Punch from TDE. I think because I think he is done managing her, but I believe she's still on TDE as of now. So I'm curious if there's internal things happening here that are just like
Mm,
getting missed, or if this is a label fulfillment thing on top of trying to get more
maybe.
charted. So I
I
don't know.
mean, we know TDE is like really sucky when it comes to this type of stuff,
Yeah, I'm not sure
but
because like with Dochi, they're doing so good with her right now. We're gonna
oh
listen
yeah,
to Dochi
Dochi's
next
great.
year. I'm putting that on the wheel for sure, so we can get in there.
I already listened to it.
Okay, well,
It's really good.
yeah, she's got a new album coming next year, so we'll do that for sure.
Oh, oh,
Yes,
the new one. Okay,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you've heard the mixtape or not. It is
I heard the
pretty
alligator
banging.
bites never heal.
Yes. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but we can continue, I guess.
Yeah, it would be funny if this was like a producer's or like Freddie Got Fingered, where it's just like I'm gonna tank this project so that I can go do something else. That could be interesting. So I hope that's not what we're getting, but
Yeah.
these last three tracks have not been great.
Yeah. Okay. Diamond Boy DTM
Down to
Minecraft
mother.
down to
Oh.
mother.
I need you poolside. You've been on my mind. What if you won't mind? It don't matter where. I like your south side. I like you on top. You blind me, baby. If it's only tell me, am I saying too much? And baby, if it's only tell me, am I saying too much? Baby, if it's only to tell me, am I doing too much? Baby, but the truth is I'm ruthless about you. Why waste more time? It's 2 a.m. and I'm on again. Don't look at me like that, cause I'm with artists and I'm tired of pretending. Come break my back. I'm talking punishment. I don't wanna complicate it with questions. What you don't ask, I won't mention. Don't come for me like you mean it. I take it that desire.
Diamond Boy.
I think that's the best song so
I agree.
far. Yeah, I think if the mixing was better, this would be a classic. I think. Yeah, this would be like the one kind of song to be like, this is the 2 a.m. or Josie, where it's like, okay, this is the standout track here. Why wasn't this on the original record? Probably because it wasn't made for the original record, and it's just whatever. Yeah, I think like that was what I was wanting from SZA. Those runs on the chorus were crazy. I don't know how she makes that sound so effortless. Whenever like I try to sing like that, it's impossible. So sorry, SZA. I'm gonna have to try to work on that. Try to be a real soulful white boy. But I think everything else was really great too. I love whenever she does like those like stripped down guitar stuff with the trap beats, something like 20 something or supermodel off of Control. I don't know. Vibes were just great on that one. Very nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think mixing aside, like I think her melodies and stuff are still top notch. Like it feels like she's kind of like The Weeknd, where she can kind of just pull one out whenever, and it's not like
Yeah.
it feels effortless. And that's a really great quality to have. I love the way this track goes. The guitars are great. I love the little bit of a string section near the back. I'm not sure about the vocal filter on the last verse, but it's still vibey, so I don't really care that much. Yeah, slightly better mixing. This one would be amazing, but it does sound really good. I think the mixing was not nearly as much of an issue on this one. The
No.
guitar sounded good, so yeah. BMF track 5.
Young and fine and dark and handsome, the boy from South Detroit came on singing. I can't keep my panties from dropping. It's so fly, fly. Going so fast, don't hurt yourself. I can't keep up with all the lies you tell yourself. You kinda cute, but compliment my energy. It's different laying next to me. All I ask is don't make me pull up and get the dumping. You know I can't get no fucks. You know with all the rugged stuff. You're young and fine and dark and handsome. The boy west side of Compton came walking in. I can't keep my panties from dropping. It's so fly. Get dug, it's rugged bone. Trust me, boy, I'm good in every hood. Trick is fed up rolling backwards. I'm just trying to show you what it would be like if you my man. Young and fine and dark and handsome. Ooh, money fasting my cars. Tryna make it last. Ecstasy is just a pill away. Pop it up or you can screw today. I'm just tryna hear you say my name. Let her play a role or be a Jane. You could be my toss and toss me up. Other hoes is lacking, call me up. Money fasting
Fade out.
Wow. This is a pop song.
BMF.
That one was pretty good. Yeah, I always like it when SZA gets in her pop bag a little bit. Always welcome. And I think this one was pretty good. I don't know if it's better than something like Kill Bill or something where she really takes a chance. This kind of feels like the most basic pop song that SZA could make. But it still feels like a SZA song. It doesn't feel like she sold her soul. Like this isn't a Taylor Swift situation. But I'm not sure. I'm just like that was a pop song that SZA made. I like it, but it's gonna be pretty hard to love that song. I think. I don't know. It's fine. Pretty good.
Yeah, I thought she at least sounded awake on these last couple. And
Well,
I think this
yeah.
one especially. I don't know. The way she can kind of navigate a pop song is really great. I think kind of not rapping, but kind of going in this really nice inflection and pacing that she goes at is just really great. I feel like a lot of artists that are in R&B and try to like do more hip hoppy tracks kind of fail at that. I think it's a very difficult thing to do. So I think she did it pretty well on this track. Yeah, I like the instrumental. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too stand out, but I mean, I do like the vibe of it. I think it feels nice and bright and sunny, which I do enjoy from a SZA track. So,
Yeah.
alrighty. Scorsese Baby Daddy, track 6. Scorsese Baby Daddy.
Don't really get why that one is called Scorsese Baby Daddy, but yeah, I wonder if old Marty has listened to this song yet. I'm sure he would
I
really like
think
it.
I think he has.
He
I
has.
remember seeing something about, or I think his daughter
Oh,
posted it
has
with him or
Francesca
something.
posted about it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, I thought that one was pretty good. Another pop song. I don't know which one I like more. I don't know. I feel like I don't really have much to say, which is unfortunate
Yeah.
because I really like SZA, but this is just kind of mid to me. And I'm like, I'm very disappointed. So it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. I think I like this song a lot more than the last one.
Okay.
I do like the more rock direction. I feel like you didn't need to mix it like Imagine Dragons, though, if you were gonna go on a rock. That chorus is unacceptable. I'm sorry. The quality on the mix is just so atrocious. I'm like, how are you one of the biggest like artists in the world, and this is the quality of vocal you're doing? I think just that package with the marketing and weirdness of this whole deluxe, it just rubs me the wrong way, and I don't want it to be a precedent for people to be doing stuff like this. I do like the
Well,
sound of the song quite a bit. It's just the
uh,
chorus is too much for me when it comes
yeah,
to that.
I mean,
I could hear it
if you're
clipping.
if you're gonna do weirdo stuff like this, it better be good.
I
It's
mean,
like, you know,
the backbones and everything are good. It's just like there was no engineer or anybody to like actually touch it up after it was recorded. Like everything here, there's a lot of good stuff here, but like when I can hear clipping in the mic and I can tell you just turned up a knob to make her vocal louder in the chorus, I'm like, it's I shouldn't be able to hear that with this big of a budget. And
no.
yeah, it's just strange. Ugh.
I think it's a Freddy got fingered situation. You know, it's
It's
probably not a
potentially.
good sign if I think that like, oh, she's tanking this intentionally. Because I'm like, nothing else that she's ever done since Control sounds
Yeah.
like this. So I don't know what's going on. I can't believe that she would just make a huge mistake like this.
Yeah.
We're not even halfway done.
I'm not sure. Love Me for Me. That's what I have to say.
Okay. I don't really know how that pertains to the conversation.
Me
but-
neither, but you know.
Okay. Just a thought you had to get
I'm
off
just
your
saying
chest.
words.
That's fair.
I romanticize the scariest things. Wonder if I die, will I be forgiven for everything? Probably not. Probably shit on my name. Probably spit on my grave. Why should I live again? Love me for me. Can you love me for me? Only ones ever saw me for me. Love me for me. I remember wanting a diamond ring. Wanted you to define me and let you pay for everything. Why not treat him? Saw me for me. Saw me for me. Love me for me. Love me for me. Saw me for me. You never love me for me. Saw me for me. Love me for me. Saw me for me. Grace of the Lord accept me. Save from drown and rescue me. Love me for me. 'Cause how to love me for me. On and up trying to love me for me. Love me for me.
Love Me for Me.
That one was pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. What? Honestly, the song just ended and I don't remember a single thing about it, which maybe is a problem. I remember while the song was going on, I liked it, but now it's been like not even a minute and I don't even remember anything. So, pretty good.
Yeah.
3 out of 5 stars.
I'm a broken record. I think that song is literally ruined by the mix, because if you have something that spacey and like pretty floaty sounding, it should not sound like it's a mono recording with SZA's vocals over it. Like they tried to make that outro like kind of this floaty little ethereal moment at the end, and everything is just kind of flat. Like, why is it boring? It should be pretty and sparkly. Why is it so flat and boring? There's a song in there. You have to make it though.
I don't know how you mess up this bad.
Yeah.
This is really unfortunate.
This is unfortunate. I don't know. I was scared going into this just because of the entire, like, I think her in general when it comes to rollouts and stuff is always super shady, because she never really knows what's going on, which is a problem with your label and things. But also just the weird cover art that has no tie to anything, and the whole deluxe packaging and the selling of vinyl with 38 songs on it. And if the vinyl has these kind of mixes, I would hate to have that vinyl. That must sound awful on like an actual like good speaker setup.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the whole thing with all the merch where it's like the Travis Scott thing where you want a shirt, you're going to get a copy
bundle
of the
it all.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, that sucks.
This is crying out for just chart bait almost.
Oh yeah.
Which is really unfortunate coming from her.
And I mean, like, I think I saw something, like a tweet of hers like months ago that was like, yeah, this new project, it started as a deluxe and it kind of became its own thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's completely cool.
That's
Like,
what I thought it was,
but then you release it.
separated, but then they did bundle it together.
Do a no thank you to Simbi, where it's like, that's how you, I'm pretty sure that started as a deluxe too. And then it's just like, or those were B-sides from Simbi, and like that album is phenomenal.
Just as good.
And you don't need to listen to Simbi
Yeah.
to like it. And yeah, this is just, it's really sad because
Yeah.
I really like SZA.
I think kind of burying Lana on top of SOS too is a big issue, because you have to dig through all this to get to SOS, which is a phenomenal album.
Oh
I
yeah,
should say it is really, really, really good.
It
And
is
despite
really
being
good.
a lot of tracks, it holds up throughout the entire track list.
Oh yeah.
So for this to have like maybe 3 songs that I enjoyed so far, I don't know.
3 out of 7.
3 out of 7, not bad. 3 out of 38,
No, that's
technically.
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like what, like 20 songs or whatever, 18 songs out of this 38. So, I don't know. Hey, 50%'s not bad so far. But 40% was an album that was already out that I already really like.
Yes. All right. I think we just need to chill, baby.
Ah, there we go. Produced by Little Yachty.
Oh. And Sad Pony.
I love Sad Pony.
Chill, baby.
It was all right. I don't know what more to say about this. I think if this song was on SOS, I don't think it would totally kill the vibe, but it's not really adding much either. Like there's like no SZA flourishes on that.
Yeah.
That's just like, that just sounds like, I don't know. SZA was just like, I need to add another song. Why is this 15 tracks long? Let me ask the question that I think everyone is asking. Why are there so many tracks on this?
Well, why does Drake release 26 track albums only now.
Well,
It's because every single one of them charts.
I don't think any of these are gonna chart. Or have any of these charted?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I'm
I
sure she's very popular, so I'm sure like a majority of these probably did.
Who's listening to this? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Who? I think the Kendrick Lamar one has the most streams, and even then, I'm not gonna put that on again.
No.
I don't even remember what it sounded like.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That one just was literally like, that's like a vibe. If you wanted to like look up, I need vibey music to put in the background of my TikTok video. That
guess.
it was like kind of in one ear out the other. I feel like there was no substance and it was very surface level and it didn't get a lot of the SZA qualities that I'm looking for here. I think this
Yeah.
in general too, if we're looking at like lyric wise and stuff, a lot of it feels very shallow compared to the stuff that she like, especially Control. If you go to
Yeah.
Control and just like the emotional depth and things of that record and the kind of especially towards the end of those records being like incredibly introspective and
Oh,
like
yeah.
digging deep in these like emotional problems and relationship problems and all these different things. This just, I don't know. With it being a deluxe, you can get away with it being a little bit more chill, a little bit more we're just throwing ideas out there. Some of them are just going to be songs. But I feel like there's good parts of every song on here, but the final product is just not delivered in a way where it's like these ideas were fleshed out and ready to go to people. It feels
Yeah.
like it feels very, very B-sidey, which it should, but it's almost too much B-sidey that I don't really care if I already have SOS, which is like 20 something tracks.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
It's not like we were dying for content here.
no. But I think like we were all interested in the follow up to SOS. Because,
Yes.
there was such a long gap in between Control and SOS, and the quality stood.
Yep.
Like, man,
Almost better, almost, I would say.
I won't go that far. I know you like SOS
I do like
more
SOS
than
more.
Control.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and that was the big thing that really drew me to SZA in the first place. Well, A, her vocals, but B, like, she isn't just like singing what every other R&B is singing about. It isn't all just like, whatever, getting cash and fucking and model, like whatever, like the basic R&B stuff, if like a stereotypical R&B song, but like she like puts like real stories and like real things behind a lot of her songs, and like even like they're kind of conceptual in a way where like I think
Yeah.
Control is based on like relationships from when she was 17, and then SOS is when she was in her early 20s. So it's almost like there's a 5-year reflection on both of those, which is really interesting. But here it is just like you typed
Songs.
R&B song into a
Yeah.
into an AI thing, and this is what it would come up with, and that's just really sad to hear from SZA.
Yes. My
That's all I have to
turn.
say about that.
I don't care about what you've seen in me. You and how you pretend to be. I regret giving my last, man. I should've let you crash out. Can't believe you're blaming me. Yes, I got regrets too. And they say life ain't fair, but still forgiving you, baby. My turn to do the hurting. Your turn to bear the burden. My turn, 'cause I deserve this. My turn, I did the learning. Had me looking like mama raised me on my bummy. Oh no, focus on nothing but this money. Oh, you about to see how they treat it without me. If I let you push me off the ledge too. Yes, I got regrets too. And they say life ain't fair, but still forgiving you, baby. My turn to do the hurting. My turn to do the hurting. Your turn to bear the burden. My turn, 'cause I deserve this. My turn, my
My turn.
That one felt like it was mixed okay, at least.
Yeah,
I
for the
don't
most
like
part.
that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could hear her, and she was in the
Hmm.
forefront, and I was
True.
like, "Oh, that's a nice little surprise." Good mixing on this album, if you want to call it that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. That one was fine though. Again, I have nothing to say. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's incredibly mid.
I don't know if I like the chorus on that one. I don't know.
Really.
It felt really different. It felt kind of top 40 popish, belt on the top of your lungs to really show
Oh
you
yeah,
have a
yeah.
voice type thing, which I don't know if I
Uh-huh.
really digged. Some people might be into that. That's just a style thing. I don't really like that kind of stuff. But yeah, the mixing was solid. I think on the back half when it started fading out, you could hear the clunkiness of the mix again. But again, not as noticeable. I just didn't like the sound of that one personally, but that's a me thing. So
It's fine.
yeah. Crybaby, track 10. My favorite.
Is this a Melanie Martinez
Yeah, my
song?
Melanie Martinez album.
Oh, produced by Melanie Martinez. That's
Oh wow,
interesting. That would be a crazy link up.
that would be problematic.
Awesome. Oh.
Maybe let us you take a back seat. Miss Know It All, you find a man. You got no chill, you can't. 'Cause all I seem to do is get in my way, then blame you. It's just a cycle, rinse, recycle. You're so sick, I'm so sick of me too. Call me Miss Cry, baby. Oh, Miss Cry, baby. It's not my fault. It's Murphy's law. Do me know? Let me know. Oh, you know it. And maybe you should really stop smoking them backwards so you can age backwards, please, girl. Cry, baby, cry, baby. It's not my fault. Fuck Murphy's law. Can't want what's gone low. Most of them awful, all of them trash. He's still yeah.
Crybaby.
That one was pretty good. I actually like that one.
Mm-hmm.
She is awake. She's doing her thing. I will say, I don't know if I totally. This is something that SZA does, and I don't really want to like be here and criticize her on the thing that she's explicitly saying on the song, or whatever. She's like in this song. She's kind of like people label me as a crybaby, only make certain types of music, and she's done this before on like Twitter and stuff, being like, "What people try to box me in as only like making music about in my feelings." And I'm like, why are you giving these people any attention at all? Because you have like literally billions of people that will say like, "Oh, you're a very talented artist. You have made two of the best R&B albums of the decade, whatever decade they're in." Why are you like, "Oh, 60 people on Twitter are saying that I only make sad music. What about all the other stuff I've made?" I'm like, what? Why? I don't understand that. I get so many comments on our little rinky dink YouTube channel about saying how I'm the worst critic in the world. And I hardly ever talk about it. And I don't
You're
really
not even a
care.
critic.
I don't care. I've said it's fine for the last like 5 tracks because I don't have anything to say about any of these songs. And it's just like, it's fine. It's whatever. Just ignore it and like move on. You never see on the Silk Sonic album, Bruno Mars was never like, people say I keep making the same pop songs over and over again. I'm like, no, Bruno Mars just wants to sing about like whatever, fucking hoes and gambling and
Especially
doing
gambling.
Molly, especially gambling. And that's fine. He's confident and he has that charisma that can carry him. I just want that for SZA. Like, just accept it. Like, just do it. Do what you are doing and then just don't think about and don't even mention haters. Kendrick does that too. And that kind of gets on my nerves. He's like, the people who like Drake are upset with me right now. I get so much hate. I'm like, you want a Pulitzer? Like, sit down a little bit. Why are you worried so much about Drake stans?
I think
Just
Kendrick's
like-
a little different. He's on this righteous mission.
Yeah, he
because
is
he's
on this
Kendrick.
righteous mission. It's just both of them. I'm just like, just cool it with that. It's fine.
Yeah, I like
The
that one
song's
quite a
pretty
bit.
good.
I think that felt like kind of Control SOS type stuff where the songwriting is
Yeah.
really great. It does get into some interesting topics that are different than you would usually get, which sounds pretty great. The mixing is off again, but whatever. That's a broken record. It's fine if you listen through an iPhone speaker or you don't care and you just want to hear the little melody in your head. That's fine. It sounds pretty good though. I think the sentiment of it is pretty great. Yeah, I think that is something that is always part of her as an artist, and maybe it'll change once I think part of it is just like, I hope she like goes to PG Lang or something where she feels confident in her
Yeah.
legal situation as well, so she can like artistically be as full as she can. At least the picture that's getting painted to us is that there are a lot of label issues. Maybe that's not true, and maybe there is some part of it where she is doing some of this wizardry where music just doesn't come out. I have no idea. Maybe it's part of this song where it's like, I don't know, I'm second guessing sometimes. I have all these different like weird anxieties about it. Like that's a good topic to bring up, especially on this deluxe. So yeah, I thought that one was pretty good. Kitchen, track 11.
Because she's cooking up beats.
Real.
You know we got a real history. That's no reason I can't choose me. Crashing out on shrooms like golden, cursing you solves all my problems. Vacationing in rock bottom, back again. So hard to do the right thing. So hard to do the right thing. Must be hard for you to lose me. Dancing and kiss in the kitchen makes me forget I forgive him. Mama told me I don't listen. Back again. Crashing out on shrooms I called him, cursing you solves all my problems. Vacationing in rock bottom. So hard to do the right thing. So hard to do it. You know we got a real history. Makes me think I forgive him.
Kitchen.
Okay, I like that one quite a bit, actually. I think this is the only song so far I put in the winning playlist. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked the kind of ethereal, kind of spacey. I think this is the only song so far where she's like tried to do that and it's been kind of successful. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing too crazy on like lyrics or anything. She isn't even like really doing any of her flair, but I just feel like the vibes just worked for whatever reason on that song when it hasn't for most. So nice. Got
Yeah.
one at least.
I like the experimentation. I think just doing like this kind of more throwbacky, different vocal inflections and everything. It felt different. It felt cool. And she's
Yeah.
still got, you know, hooky choruses and all these things that still stick in your head, which are pretty great. I don't think it reaches like the experimental stuff that we get to on SOS, but like it's
Oh
close.
no.
I
Yeah.
think, mixing touch ups, and I really like this one.
Yeah. I
The
like the
fade
sample
out,
too.
the fade out felt so weird and awkward because of how flat
Yeah.
everything was. You kind of just, and everything just got a little bit quieter. I'm like, are we done?
Yeah. I mean, that's not great,
Yeah.
but whatever.
It sounds
Well,
good.
do you know what the sample is? It sounds like Al
No.
Green or something.
I
Or
don't
maybe
have
it's
it
not even
listed.
a sample and it just sounds like that, but
Potentially, yeah.
I don't know. I really
Oh,
liked
Isley
it.
Brother, that's why.
Okay. Yep. I need to check that out.
Yeah. Sweet.
But
Okay.
good song.
Should we do the next two? It's an interlude technically, so we're gonna cheat it. Get Behind Me interlude and then Drive.
There's an interlude on a deluxe. That's unheard of.
You don't understand. This interlude, you do be. It's my favorite B-side.
Just an inch away from being on SOS.
This is my favorite song though.
Not today or any other day. Ain't no niggas bringing me down.
Why is this the best mixed song?
Ain't no bitches bringing me down.
Oh no. That's why it's here. Had to be.
Ain't no niggas bringing me down. I've been up to midnight, driving to nowhere, bumping a slow song, can't get my head clear. Been alone, be better when I just gotta get my head right. Didn't do it the same way you all alone in the mind is insane. I know, but it don't feel the void at all. And I promise my mama do better, but they keep trying me, so I'm with all the bullshit and fuck it all. I keep pretending everyone's as good as me. She's so weird I cannot speak. Fought so hard I think I peaked. I've been up to midnight, driving to nowhere, bumping a slow song, can't get my head clear. I've been up to sunrise, headed to nowhere, hoping that someone's missing me somewhere. Driving, just driving, just trying to get my head right. I'm anti-beef, have y'all bitches be too cheap. Have familiar when I blink, fuck I look like on my knees. You really just mad cause I make it look easy. I know you just bad, she see 3D. Know you just bad, she spend it on me. All of my time precious on me. I've been up to midnight, driving to nowhere. Been alone, be better when I just gotta get my head right.
Get Behind Me and Drive.
Those two were pretty good. This thing was kind of turning around here at the very end. I always love when an Afrobeat can be incorporated into whatever.
All
I
right.
just love Afrobeats in general. My two favorite songs on Simbi are "If You're No Man" and "Shoot and Kill." And I was very excited when that started. I'm like, oh boy, I absolutely love this. I was kind of hoping for it to transition into
too.
Drive and have that be like a full-on Afrobeat SZA song. But I think what we got with Drive was actually really, really good. Again, kind of harkening back to Supermodel or something like that with just the guitar, but she's good at that, and it sounds great. Mixing wasn't too standout for me. Maybe you noticed something because you have wizard ears, but I didn't notice anything, and I thought it was great. Very good.
Yeah, those are the best two mixed songs on the deluxe. It feels like this was actually the deluxe now, and not just. Ugh.
Could be.
But yeah, those were both pretty great. I think the ethereal end of Get Behind Me, when they were actually trying to build and do like this climax, actually sounded like it, and it was full and sounded
Yeah.
great. And then Drive, I think, was really, really, it sounded great. I love the vocal mix on it. I love the guitars. Even when she gets kind of quiet in the second verse, it feels intentional, and it feels like it is really this like night drive to nowhere, soul searching, quiet, introspective moment. Yeah, I think it touches on a couple of the things we've saw earlier on the record in Crybaby, but I think it puts it in a little bit of a better way. I think it does come with like massive celebrity, and that is a lot of expectation and anxiety and fear. I think of someone like Chappell Roan, who has actually been very aggressive towards that kind of stuff, which is great. I love seeing that kind of stuff, and more pop artists should do it instead of just like falling back to protect their bag more. I do
Yeah.
like that kind of hostile environment when it comes to all these paparazzi and social media antics and all this garbage that
Oh
comes
yeah.
along with being in a spotlight. So I think the song was really, really well done. I think there's a music video with Ben Stiller in it too. I just haven't seen it yet because we're reacting to it right now. So
Oh,
yeah,
Ben Stiller.
yeah.
Random poll.
I think that's how I think that's how she announced this thing. I think on Instagram she was like, "Here's a music video with Ben Stiller. The deluxe comes out this Friday." I think that's how she announced it. So
Oh, that's so random.
I'll have to check that out after though.
Yeah.
All right, track 14, Another Life.
I wanna be right by your side. Can't waste perfection, love is timeless. Don't wanna throw away tonight. I know you're not the same kind. Don't wanna make you nervous. Don't wanna break the surface. Obvious I come with motives, baby. Boy, in another life, I know we could ride, baby. Let me ride, won't you let me ride out, boy? In another life, not tryna be the one you play with, not tryna be the one that stays. I'm done tryna be your favorite, done trying to fit your template. I don't wanna be in another lifetime, boy. I know we both will be to right. If the stars align now, boy, I know God gon' let us ride. If the time is right, almost the night, oh, just let me ride. Oh, know you gon' but I'm gon' chase you. Don't care how long it's taking, right? Coming back for St. Carrots. I don't care who you marry. Mine, 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 mine. Maybe in another life.
Another Life.
That one was really good too. I think I've cracked the case. I think this is the original deluxe, and
Kind of
then
what I'm
everything
starting
at the
to think.
beginning was
Add it
filler.
on.
Yeah, that even makes sense because I was just looking at the Control Deluxe track list, and there are like short songs. There's two songs that are like under a minute and a half, but they weren't called interludes. I think like that Get Behind Me was probably something similar to that, where it wasn't a full idea for SOS, and they just kind of finished it up and then released it as that. So why add 10 tracks before the actual deluxe? Because this all sounds pretty great. Like
Allegedly.
I would love a deluxe if it was just these last 5 tracks.
Which is what a deluxe
And
should be, in my opinion. I don't need another album in my album. Just give me a couple extra songs.
that's what the Control Deluxe is. I don't
Exactly. That's how you
understand
do
this
a deluxe.
play. It's so weird because I know Saturn's the last song. I like Saturn.
Saturn's great.
Saturn through Kitchen. Like, just have that be the deluxe. Why do you need all this filler?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. Pretty good. I like Another Life.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty great. I think the mixing issues do pop up again, except it's in the beat and not her vocals this time, which is strange because the drums sound very crunchy and not in a good way. But her vocals are fantastic. I love the outro. yeah, that sounded like just a textbook SZA song. And honestly, after all the stuff we've been through today, that's a big plus for me. So,
Yes, it's very welcome.
yeah. All right, we'll finish it up with Saturn. I just need a palate cleanser here.
I've been looking forward to this
really
for
have.
about an hour now.
Good thing she didn't put Saturn instrumental live a cappella
Oh,
everything.
jeez.
If there's another universe, please make some noise. Give me a sign. This must be when hell is like this. Got to be more, got to be more. Sick of this head of mine. Intrusive thoughts that paralyze. Nirvana's not, it's advertised. This got to be more. Been here before. Life's better on Saturn. Got to break this pattern. Floating away. Find something worth saving. Just seems so unfair. I could be wrong though. If there's a point to being good, then where's my reward? The good die young and poor. I gave it all I could. Stuck in this terror dome. All I see is terrible, making us hysterical. It's got to be more, got to be more. Find something worth saving. It's all for the taking. I always say I'll be better on Saturn. None of this matters. Dreaming of Saturn. Oh.
Saturn.
That's a great song. Honestly, I think at like track 4, I was like, man, I'm really looking forward to Saturn
Yeah.
because, wow, that is a great song. I do hope that it is able to kind of untie its legacy from this because this is just
It
a
came out
god
in
awful release.
February, so I think it's definitely not.
It came out in February?
Yeah, it came out almost a year ago.
I didn't
Yeah.
know it came out that long ago. Wow. Okay, yeah,
We're
that
good on
sucks
that.
that it's attached to that, but wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like that SOS has I Hate You and Good Days on it either, but that at least like kind of makes sense. Not really. It just
Good Days is a great song, so I don't really care.
yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Actually, I'm not. I think Good Days should just be its own thing.
It probably should, but yeah.
But whatever. And this, frankly, shouldn't be part of the deluxe because it's too good.
Yeah,
and
it really makes the rest of your deluxe look bad.
yeah, you know, it's a bad sign whenever like a project releases and the lead single's like by far the best song. It's like, oh, that sucks. It's like listening to all of Blues Traveler 4 because you like run around, you know? You shouldn't do that. So why would you listen to all of Lana Deluxe? You should just listen to Saturn.
Well, we
Which
got it
sucks.
twice because Drive was the big single for this one too, and that song is the best
Oh.
besides Saturn.
Well, that's
We got it
true.
double downed on it.
This is just unfortunate. I'm really, for some reason, I was thinking of Roddy Ricch throughout most of this but SZA's on a different level than Roddy Ricch ever was. But I'm like, I really hope that this isn't like, you know, because Roddy Ricch dropped one bad project and now everyone's like, oh, he's a one-hit wonder, even though like the albums that came out before that were decent.
Yeah, they were solid.
pretty good.
And he just kind of he stagnated.
Yeah. And it's just like the one, so everyone's going to just remember him for the box,
Yeah.
even though like he has other great songs.
The other albums were just boring. They're very forgettable. Very similar to this deluxe. So it's a
Interesting.
good comparison, I would say.
It's a good, well, I was saying that like Roddy Ricch has good albums, drops one, and then everyone forgets about him. I don't think that's going to happen to SZA because they're on
not at all.
two entirely different levels, but it does kind of suck that this like man, she had a perfect game going, and then she drops this, and I'm like, it feels rushed, and there's like a couple good songs. It's bloated. There's really no reason for this to be as long as it is. Even if it was mixed properly, most of the songs just aren't interesting enough to come back to. It's just, why would you do this? I have to believe in my heart of hearts that this is TDE being dumb and stupid, and like, you should just make it a whole album. And then she has to like quickly put something together, because I just have to believe that SZA wouldn't do this to me personally, because we are such good friends.
Personally.
Sh- Yeah, personally. If you want to be on our show, SZA, reach out. We'd love to
She's
have
not
you.
coming on after this video.
Watch our SOS and Control videos where we are like, this is awesome. This
Yeah.
is the best thing ever. If you want to redeem yourself in the eyes of weird,
Boy time.
niche, hipster music people, then
Yeah.
check out us and be
Great.
on our show. It'll be way better than Kai Cenat. We won't make you record in the back of a U-Haul or whatever. And it'll be a great time. We'll react to Aaliyah.
We'll watch The Sopranos.
There we go. We'll do something completely different. Wouldn't that be nice?
Watch a Scorsese,
We'll watch a Scorsese movie.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Yeah, but whatever. Saturn's pretty good. There's a couple good songs. That's my thoughts on Lana.
Yeah. Saturn just blows everything else out of the water, which is not a great sign.
Yeah.
I think at this point, if you were just gonna like hate yourself and do like the entire deluxe through SOS, this would be the good time starting now. Like you'd have this brilliant, just euphoric moment with Saturn, and then you'd have SOS, which is just phenomenal. But
Yeah.
yeah, I there's so many things wrong with this. I was scared going into this, knowing that like usually when the marketing is this sloppy and there's not a lot of things that really make sense about any of it, that like I should expect the same in terms of the quality of the music, and that's kind of what happened. I don't know how all of these things got past the mixing engineer. I don't know why there's this many songs on a deluxe. I think a lot of people's main criticism of SOS is that it can be bloated and big. I don't agree with that, but I think a lot of
don't
people
either.
do think that it is quite a long album. There's a lot of tracks on it. But to take a deluxe and add 15 more songs on top of that, it's too much. Like you don't need to do that. I know Taylor Swift did the same thing this year and then released 75 million versions. It's a horrible strategy. It's not genuine to your fan base or anything either, because it's not like you're giving them quality. It's kind of just you're putting out tracks so things can do little numbers and algorithms and things can go into certain playlists.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It feels sleazy. I know there's a whole bunch of label stuff going on. There's always label stuff. There's always drama in SZA land, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
But the two albums we've gotten from her, at least Control and SOS, have been really fantastic. Yeah, this is just a miss. I'm going to hope that it's just a one-off miss. I hope that there can be some arrangement set up where TDE and her just kind of like go separate ways at this point. I think there's been too much drama between the two.
Yes.
I don't know why she wouldn't go to PG Lang. I feel like she's very high profile for PG Lang. I don't know what
Yeah.
Kendrick's vision of all that stuff is, but they seem to have a very good chemistry and they're about to do a world tour together. So I feel like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But that's all business stuff, so I don't really care. I just want good quality music, and a lot of this was just, it felt nasty just getting this after the quality of SOS. It feels like a little bit of a backhanded, like, here you go, music.
Yeah.
You always complain that I don't drop music. Here's music.
It's a too little, too late situation, I think.
Too much too late even. I would,
Well,
if
that's
this was
true.
just Kitchen through Saturn, I would be praising this thing because it's a perfect
yeah.
little add-on to SOS. But
You should
everything
listen to
else
the
here,
Control Deluxe.
not great. I should listen to Control Deluxe. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Give it a good contrast to
Yes.
this, because
I need a
everything that you're
cleanser
saying
after this.
about
So
yeah, it's unironically great, and yeah, Josie and 2 a.m. are phenomenal, and all of the like little short 1.5 minute
Mm-hmm.
things are great. They're I think if they were fleshed out to full songs, they would be like, okay, you're doing a one note thing.
Yeah.
But you could say that about
but that's what you're
more
supposed
than
to
half
do.
of the songs
Like it's
on
an
this
experiment, and you're doing
Yeah.
the experiment, and you're putting on a deluxe as a B-side, so people that enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
album can enjoy other ideas that were along with it. This feels completely disconnected, and that's a big issue. So
That is a big issue.
Yeah.
I think even if it was released as its own album, this would suck. But just
Yes.
having it
I
as a
agree.
deluxe to SOS
It's
would,
just another, yeah.
yeah. So we were already kind of like, there was bad thoughts going into it,
Yes.
which doesn't help. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So
Sorry, SZA.
not a great start to 2025, but actually we have The Weeknd later this month, and I'm really worried for that album too. So
I really hope these were like my two most anticipated.
Yeah.
I'm like, these are the two best people in the like mainstream right now, SZA and The Weeknd. I really hope The Weeknd's thing is great. I am worried, as you are. He just posted something today.
Yeah, he's doing more
or
promo. I don't
More
know.
promo.
That's also sleazy with the 45 different exclusive vinyl variants with different artists, but the album isn't out yet. So
That's true.
people are just buying all these editions of an album that's not out yet because it's like made by a certain artist doing cover art. I don't like all this stuff. Just drop your
I don't
music.
either.
And like, if you're gonna have art direction with it, be like, have a hero art piece. Like The Weeknd has been so good at that stuff. Why are you doing that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does feel kind of weird. I mean, Dawn FM has had alternate covers too.
It did, but
Those were
everything
great.
fit.
Oh yeah, no.
With this new one,
And
it's
I-
like we don't know what it sounds like, and you're just giving random artists like freedom to do whatever. Like none of it feels the same.
Yeah. I will say they're like weird picks. Like I saw Frank Miller did one.
Yeah.
I'm like, where'd you find Frank Miller? I thought he just like hid around in an igloo somewhere and occasionally drew like half naked women. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's odd. But
Yeah.
enough about The Weeknd. and
Enough
this
about The
SZA
Weeknd.
video.
It's yeah. We'll get to that when that comes out. But
Yeah.
yeah, we have a podcast if you want to hear us rant about other garbage or positive things.
We
which
don't
happens
usually talk
sometimes.
about
No, we
garbage.
don't. It's always fun when we do every once in a while. But yeah,
Yeah.
we talk about movies and TV shows and games, and we have list week for that. If you missed it, it's 3 hours long. If you have 3 hours to kill and want to listen to us for 3 hours for some reason, it's there.
Yeah. Talking about games, TV shows, and movies.
Yes.
So, want to know what our top ones of those are for the year? Check it out. Even though, we had a hard time thinking of stuff that came out this year.
Yeah, it was too much music, not enough everything else.
That's a good point.
But
That's very true.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Next
I
week,
would.
if everything goes to plan, we have Jerry's Wheel with Ceros.
Yes, Guard Dog.
Yes.
I made this. The background was specifically for that, and it's
Great.
been in 3 videos because I didn't want to change it.
This is still in there,
And-
so it still fits.
SZA's in there, that's true. But I was just like, oh, I'll have all blue stuff for the blue album, Guard Dog. And just keeps getting pushed. So next week we'll be really sad. And, we were sad this week, but we'll be
Different
sad in a
reasons.
different way for next week, which will
Great.
be nice. So that's all, I think.
Bye.